Okay, for x not equal to 0, here's where reading slow is super important. So we don't want x to equal 0. Express f prime as a piecewise defined function. Stop. So I've got to go find f prime. So f prime, I take the derivative of each piece. The derivative of 1 would be 0. I have my little bracket here. I have a negative 2. That's a multiplying constant. I should have put Susie's circle on here. The derivative of sine is cosine. And that would be true for x less than 0. I'm not supposed to include x equaling 0. And I also added this to the golden notes. I'll get this published. When we're differentiating a piecewise function, you don't want to use the equal to sign, just the less than sign, until we verify that f does not have a corner or a vertical tangent. In this particular case, they expressly told us not to put an equal sign there. The derivative of e of the something is e to that same something multiplied by the derivative of this, which would be negative 4. That's whenever x is greater than 0. If I have the derivative correctly written, exactly as you see here, so you have this box on your paper, you don't have to show any work, you get 2 points. Keep reading. Find the value of x for which f prime is equal to negative 3. So I'm supposed to figure out what x causes f prime to equal negative 3. So I want f prime to equal negative 3. So I want this to equal negative 3 or this to equal negative 3. Having a calculator available to me makes this process a lot faster. So what I did is I put into my calculator the two formulas that comprise my f prime. I also put in negative 3. I first said, okay, my f prime formula, this portion of it is for when x is less than 0. So in my calculator, I turned on, let's get this in the right order here. Oh, here we go. I turned on this, turned this off, that one's on, and I did a window from negative 5 to 0. This is what I got. Here's negative 3. It was enough to remind me that this is a periodic function, so it's just going to keep doing this, so it will never equal negative 3. So I write that down. Negative 2 cosine of x cannot equal negative 3. Now I've got to worry about this one. So I turned off the cosine part, turned on the other. Now remember, this formula is good for when x is bigger than 0. So my window here should have, this is a 0, the cursor's covering it up. So it's window from 0 to 5. I got this, that's the point I want. I found that intersection to be x equal 0.072. But when I use my calculator to do that, I have to tell the grader I've done it. It's easy. All you have to do is write negative 4 e to the negative 4x is equal to negative 3 when x equals 0.072. Yep. If you have this statement, if you don't have this, I don't believe they'll dock you any points. If you have the green, you get a point. This can actually be solved without the calculator if you choose to do it. You could divide both sides by negative 4. Take the natural log of both sides. But again, you can use your calculator. a natural log there. Natural log of e to the something is just the something. And then finally divide by the negative 4. If you had this written on your paper, you don't have to show the steps. As long as you had that last statement here, that would also be worth the 1 point that you earned by doing the green. So 1 point for either the green or 1 point for doing it by hand.